get underway as well. Penguin, when you were playing, did your team have a battle cry before you started?
No, we kept this energy in game, so we probably had this in between rounds, but not before the game.
Scriv's a battle cry kind of guy, though. I can imagine.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
You'd be roaring on that main stage, wouldn't you? Yeah, exactly. All right, it looks like these players are just about ready to get underway then. Predictions, gents. I guess I'll throw you under the bus a little bit. Scriv, who are you going for?
I think I'm going to go with my heart a little bit. I will go the way of Execration because I think I know which way Penguin's going, so I also want a little bit of conflict
Okay,
here.
that's good. I'm going for Liquid, so at least you're going to be having a winner today.
I don't like to go against Penguin, but as it's Scriv's first time on the desk today, I'm gonna go with him. No, I think the Execration are gonna pull off an upset here. We're gonna see a surprise, maybe our first surprise in a map 1 rather it being a map 2. But as much as I say that I would love to see an upset, we know what Liquid are capable of, and I'm sure they are going to be ready for this one. Speaking of being ready, our casters are ready. We have Scriv, we've got Penguin. Take it away, guys.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much, Dan. Excited to get into this one. First cast for me today, and I have been waiting in the wings for this one. I'll tell you what, Penguin. Now, first cast together. So that should be fun.
I was watching your interviews, so I was getting entertained. Now we get entertained in casting together. And talking about this, Yotib just finds his first kill on 77, the guy that tried to single-handedly take barracks control.
Yeah, I mean, a keen start. It always feels good, I think, in a game of CROSSFIRE to come in super aggressive, get that first blood, you know, and just lay down the law from the word go. So, yeah, very, very nice for Yotib to find that opener. And it just allows them to take a step back, slow things down, reassess the situation, decide where they want to end this round.
I mean, they have the numbers advantage and also the barracks control right now. Look at Liquid's positions. Nobody on his side, only Gookin. The guy's just trying to defend on Cat with his experience. He's seen a triple smokes coming out into his side. He's trying to smoke Cat just to block the vision behind him, but the push is gonna be right now onto his side. Look at this. Execration guys, they're trying to bait the flashes from Team Liquid, but Team Liquid, they haven't had any answer because nobody was on side.
That is a great find. Really, really great find coming in from Justin. I feel like the pace now picking up in towards this A bomb site, and they are overwhelming. It felt like there was a decent defense going on, but it's not quite the case. Still will be an attempt here from that defensive side as they'll try their best to work their way back in for this retake, but it feels somewhat of a futile task as the blacklist set up very, very nicely indeed. Some nice shots here. Wait a minute. WY. Keen finds from him. He's lost his teammate, so it's a full-on clutch going to be required to open up proceedings here for Team Liquid. He's got no information on one of these players. He knows maybe towards Cat, towards Window, but he does not prepare himself for CBN, and a clean find in the end for Execration.
Well, good execution by these guys. We've seen how good, and we've seen the strategy from them. They destroyed the smoke and they waited a little bit because they expected Team Liquid to be throwing some counter flashes, but nobody was on side. It was only Gookin on the side. That's why he didn't answer. And then the execution came. Justin just found his kills, and then WY, he tried to get couple of kills to pull back the round, but not enough from his side. Liquid just falls on the first round, and yet to mention the Black Widow is kind of blacklist-sided map, and this is what we exactly seeing from Execration. They're taking barracks control, and then they go to the waters control, they try to take the bridge control, try to get and find some information for the team, and then they go into a good execution from them.
Yeah. Double snipers out for TL here. So quite early on that, nice to be able to flex it and just show that you have it, but they are obviously looking, I think, to get back into the game immediately. No respite, no downtime. And Execration expecting something from this round. You know, maybe expecting some aggression from that Global Risk side, but it's just not the case here.
It's the same round that they did last round. They threw 3 smokes on his side, but now they are backing off. So all Liquid players, they need to recheck for information. A counter smoke from Danimals is good as an answer for them, but Execration, they haven't committed into any of the sides. ADRF probably now have some vision that it might be an A side, and now the fake again from Yotip. He throws the flash and the push onto B side. AG.AL, he has some angle and he might find some kills because nobody checked him, but Folix just gets the kill over him and Gukin tries to trade. Yotip gets the kill on 77 and it is a trade after trade. Yotip in the end gives the advantage for Execration.
Yeah, just about. WY is looking pretty sharp for me though. They've got to get through him and it's an easier said than done task. Clean for that first in this little proceedings. A lot of damage done though. Can they hold off in this 2 versus 2? A key kill picked up, an MVA to close it out. Speedy as you like. Really quite sharp from MVA there. Execration up to a second round, looking good while doing so. But there's, I think, some competition here. We're certainly going to be in for a close game as these rounds are indeed being squeezed. It looked very good, didn't it? They move into B. Yeah. That surprise factor, but TL still able to somewhat hold off, just not quite in the end.
Yeah, and we see in WL trying to take mid control, very aggressive. I don't think he's seen Justin because Justin was trying to hide behind this angle. And now it is the fact that who's going to be losing his patient first because Liquid are not on board yet. And Gukin trying to find and back WY up because he's so pushed forward. And yes, and he falls back and look at Execration. They are kind of all in base except for Yotip, the guy on A-Long. He did some damage. He did some fakes on the last round. And he did also some damage onto Team Liquid. But now they are all playing very, very slow-paced gameplay. The smokes are ready. I believe that Execration is one of the best teams in terms of smokes and, let's say, team sync so far in the tournament because they have a very, very good team composition.
Now towards long here once again, as Execration are slowly contacting up. Big fan of this one. And it could be a great idea if you get good timing. WY has spotted them coming, keeps his head. 7-7 now at the back end of the site. That's a tag on. Ooh, to the second, nearly the third for him as well, but not quite. Will be traded out. It's cost them a lot to get into this position though, Penguin. It's not looking good for Execration. And Team Liquid, a lovely dynamic duo hold in on that A-bomb site, and I think they might just have bagged themselves their first round.
I mean, someone has to kill WY when you are pushing into a side because this guy's always finding heads. He was in a very awkward spot, a dead spot, I would say, and yet he finds a kill and he's still alive with a sliver of health right now. And C4 is now picked by Yotip. They're trying to find the plant. MVA, he needs to go on a crazy mode in order for him to find, but instantly got leg shotted by Gukin, who knows that this guy might be trying to find some crazy angle for his teammates.
See what they can do on the bomb. Yotib is the one that you watch. MVA is, you know, in with an idea here, getting advanced. Nice find from him. I will lose his teammate though, unfortunately, and MVA with no HP. Not much that he can do about this one. And there you go. They get loud behind us as they will be on the board. And Team Liquid, they do it quite early. I think they stop that momentum. And as you say, any global risk round is going to be worth its weight in gold.
Exactly. And this is was I wanted to mention because on Blacklist side, on Black Widow, you usually have the advantage. You usually have the controls. You make the plays, you set the tone. And now Liquid just on board after 3 rounds. And Execration, they're trying to change the pace. A fast push into B side. Folix is just immediately on the side. ADRF just falls, just gets him off guard with no trade because the guy was just insanely moving faster than his teammates. And Gukin is still in the window trying to find some pre-fires in the smokes, but he's unsuccessful. ADRF was the 5 HP, but yet was a successful kill for his teammates. 5v4, but look at the HPs from Team Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, it really could swing fast is kind of the key thing here to consider. They are stacked up and ready for a B hit as well, so I think that really stops the plans of Execration here. What now is the big question of this moment. Minute and 35 left on that clock. They will slow things down in a pretty big way, and I think trying to sell some kind of a fake, hoping that Liquid move players away from B, which to be fair, they've gone into more of a default here. So maybe it'll work. And we still do have, as you look, these low HP players. ADRF knows he's low, and he's trying to play a really aggro angle, find some information, maybe find a cheeky kill. Not going to happen. WY got to come in and maybe distract them away here. That's exactly what he is doing. He's also very, very low, though. So again, if he can find one kill, could be a big deal. Staying alive for a little while. It's all Danimal, so we've got to keep our eyes on. He's the one that they have baited in for, that they've tried to play around, but he's only able to get one. Goku missing a lot of shots here as well, as he's just trying to take all the pot shots. He will lose his head. Again, it's MVA with a great shot. Absolutely huge. Bomb should go down, and another round for Execration in the bag.
I mean, Daniels did a wrong switch on his sneaky box because they knew that he's there. So that's why they pushed him with 3 players. He did a switch, so they heard his gun, and they tried to eliminate him, and yes, they were successful. Goku whiffed a lot of shots on killing MVA, but in the end, it is Execration that is very close in getting this round. WI just gets CBN before falling down, and finally MVA just trades him, and it is all down to 77, who tries to find the first, and no, he's not gonna find the second. 3-1 is it the score, and Execration so far, they're doing a very, very good job on the blacklist side.
Yeah. Yeah, going to be a little scary. Like I said, I mean, as a pick from TL, you know, everybody's going to have a pretty solid Black Widow in their back pocket, but it's not necessarily a favorite of theirs, I would say. So it did feel like they're maybe trying to play some kind of a trick here. I expected sub-base, I expected maybe even an Ankara over this. I don't know about you in terms of the veto for Liquid, but it feels like picking into this is going to give a chance for Execration to feel comfortable to kick things off. Little 1-for-1 over at Cat here, as they will start to move in towards the A-bomb site. Again, more pace in this round. Execration seem to have changed that up.
I mean, Liquid is a very good team that's usually they show us a very good Black Widow, especially because of Gukin on his side. We've seen this through the CFBL, but now versus Execration, which you are playing internationally, you're not showing the best performance. WI tried to take Barras control alone, just falls to Yotib, who has the full control if along, which gives Execration again a big chance of winning this round and making it into 4-1. No tactical timeout so far from them, and 77 just gets MVA with the snipers. It is 3v3. It is now 3v2, but Yotib is still alive. The sniper is still alive, and the C4 is just no way to be found for him. ADRF trying to get one kill, and it is already over. And now Execration with the 4th round, and they are getting as loud as possible.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's starting to feel pretty good, right? It seems like there is a degree of momentum being picked up here, which I think is really quite the worrying thing, as Liquid were maybe looking to remain more competitive than this, I think, in the early stages, you know, really make them work for it, but it's not necessarily been the case. But curious to see, with some time being taken here, potentially, as I see coaches on their feet, that we might just get a little change up from the Brazilians. Certainly the one to watch, legend of the game in Gokun. But nothing to be said at the moment, just listening, as is sometimes a harder task for pro players, I'm sure. But we will see here. Hopefully back into the action soon for you guys, as I think we are all chomping at the bit in this one to see what they're capable of, what they are going to be able to provide after a moment's respite.
Yeah. I mean, an early timeout from Team Liquid's just is not going to hurt, you know, but they need to get back on their foot, because 4-1, that means that the map might be slipping out of hands. And we've watched how Rocky Sports lost on Ankara. It was 8-1 half. And this is the Brazilian region. So only if Liquid just don't get the next, let's say, 2-3 rounds, I believe that it might be the same case, because Liquid are not showing the best performance yet from them. However, the good aggressive gameplay from Execration is just paying off, and the guys are always just there and ready to execute on the side. I've seen a very good execution from these guys. They also have some kind of fakes. They throw some fakes, they throw some smokes. They let you just kind of guess where are they going, and this is what is making these guys are very good on the blacklist side on Black Widow, which is not an easy task for you to make versus Team Liquid.
Yeah, favorable map. For Team Liquid, you would always presume, as you say. Gone a bit cold here, hasn't it? Gone a bit quiet after the moment's taken. Just to see if there is some kind of response, and again, shutting down some of this aggression, which I would say we have a degree of coming in from the side of 7-7, as he is just taking his time. I think it might be WY, actually. All the same. Yeah, it is. Yeah. All the same. Looking good. Trying to find some information. Nothing going to come off from it, though, as the Blacklist side, again, looking to hit in towards A, but meeting a lot of resistance quite early on into this. Danimal's lucky to be alive as he gets spammed pretty heavily, trying not to give himself away. However, it is Yotib in from long, who is that hidden element that finds that first. They will eventually start moving forwards. Big kills in the mid-round here, but it's WY that activates. Could be a very, very big deal for Team Liquid if he's able to get in behind, if he's able to stop the bomb going down, be a nuisance. We've got half an eye on him, smoke down as well. He's going to go bravely through it and nearly finds two. It's not quite. 7-7 now left in the clutch. Lacking information on this sniper player of Yotib. Where does he go? How does he play this? They've spotted him now, and that's not good. They will know all about him. Trying to spam down. The sniper takes a little peek as well. Oh, man, they've missed the timings here, and 7-7 creeps in, finds both. How has he gone away with that? I mean, really, really catching them both sleeping at the wheel there.
Yeah, they needed to do a double pick instead of just 1-by-1 because the time was for him. They thought that they can play it just some time, they can just run the clock. But now this guy just pushes himself. He knows that he's spotted. He knows that they know where he is. So he needed to do something very, very, very aggressive. And he pushes into stairs. And this where it comes the experience from this guy and gets the clutch. A very important one because it's going to be the one after the tactical timeout. Otherwise, it was going to be 5-1 in favor of Execration, which secures for them the win in the first half. But now, still, Team Liquid with high hopes that they can close on a win on this half and probably come back stronger in the next rounds and make a better performance. So now Liquid with the barracks control, they have everything for them to rotate into the other sides. Maybe they're going to be leaving Cat alone for ADRF, as you can see with the EBR. And yes, Gukin is here to help. Definitely one of the best players to play a side.
WY, though, going to be the first port of call. Instantly traded. Big deal that he is. And again, they bail on the idea of long. So they quite like doing that. I think Execration something to fall back on. Go long, get a pick, and move away. It is relatively smart. A lot of round left to play yet. Minute and a half. So they've got plenty of options available should they choose to use them. And indeed, they will try and rotate. But we've got Team Liquid responding with a B push. Getting aggressive themselves. Feels like a pretty key round here. As we start to close out this first half. Really could set the tone for the rest of what's to come. And if Execration can respond immediately, TL kept in the dirt, you know, just one sporadic round here or there, it's going to be a big deal.
Exactly. And now these guys are slowly but surely going into Cat. They're trying to do the A split. And look at this smoke. It's very smart by Yotib. Trying to stop any sniper from getting him while he's crossing. And now he's kind of crossed with the leg shot from 77. Just makes him very, very low HP. And they know that this guy loves to hold it long. They know that he loves to stay on barracks just to control this area on the post plants. So let's see how Liquid is going to be going through this and how they're going to be adapting. I believe that they're going to be ignoring him completely and trying to go through catwalk.
Ooh, a lot of early damage done here in proceedings on this retake. It's 4 legs you got to look to. He needs to find one from here, surely. He's trying to just now stay alive. It's very, very awkward for him. Will go down. He's maybe bought enough time, though. It's CBN that comes around with 3. Out of nowhere, make it 4. Absolutely huge from CBN. We were focused in on 4lex, and, well, he was the distraction party for that play. Absolutely brilliant hold.
The AG.AL himself just makes it happen and just does the first quadra kill on this stream. Being gets the round for Execration. What a way to close this round. And let me tell you that 77 clutch just kept all Liquid's dreams alive, because it was going to be 6-1 in favor of Execration right now. But look at the fight, look at the games, and 77 again. Talking about this guy, he just doubles. Justin and NBA just falls and makes it 4v2, and Execration just immediately looted 3 players while they are crossing into mid. And finally, we are seeing Liquid alive.
Yeah, maybe for a moment. Got to get that C4. I quietly hold out hope that Execration might be able to make this a little sticky. Slowly working their way in. They've got plenty of time to play with, so no real rush to get this round going again. Oh, and they're slowly kind of backing away from the C4, you know, not afraid to give it away potentially. Instead, focusing on surviving, not giving the kills back. And the B bomb site remains very, very, very vulnerable. So got to play this correctly here on the Team Liquid side of things. There is a world in which it pans out. Small smoke down. Playing around it there is AD.AL. He's trying to be cheeky. Trying not to be spotted at this point, and it will indeed work out. They think that angle's safer than it was. Still all down to the sniper here. C4 retrieved in a moment. You would think he's not quite stepped on it. There you go. Finds the kill, though, onto the player that he knew about. And now looking towards B. But again, still got plenty of time to play with here, Penguin.
I mean, he's doing very good. Look at his score. It's 11-4. This guy, if there is anybody who clutched this round, it's going to be this guy. But the double man swing from Liquid just gets it done. 5-3. And I still think that is a good half by both teams. Even if it went 6-3 for Execration, still it is a good half for them. And if it went 5-4, I mean, Liquid just did a miraculous comeback.
No, this is true. This is true. After a really, really shaky start, I think they can be pretty happy. 7-7, nice pickup from him. Again, coming out of their shell, aren't they, Team Liquid? It feels like it might have taken a while, but they are indeed managing to impress quietly. Maybe a bit louder as we move into that second half. We'll see. A great first pickup and a few options available now, some decisions to be made in terms of how they want to play it, but they've not necessarily let up on their B aggression as WY is over there once again.
I mean, Justin is very low HP. He took the sniper, trying to find any mistake from Liquid, but look at the guys. They're not giving any mistakes. WY, again, he's just taking the whole B control, spamming crouch, giving the full information. That's why we're seeing Liquid stacking onto his side, and this is the experience we are talking about. If Execration just had more experience, they knew that they need to take B long at a certain point, otherwise it's going to be a full stacks onto his side every time they go versus Team Liquid. But now we are seeing MVA is trying to approach this information, and Yotib trying to find the kill, and this kill can shape the round because 77 just gets one. CBN almost lost his life. He goes above the edge and just eliminates 77 out of the picture. And now again, it is 3-on-3 because MVA just got red out of WY on this box and makes their dreams alive for Execration to win this round.
Yeah, feels like a big kill. Feels like a big kill for NBA. He can do a lot with that. He can be annoying. He can get out there as the Vanguard and maybe grab another kill, maybe grab some information towards B. Not quite sure what they are deciding on here, whether they want to follow up with him. It looks like they do. So there was a moment that I thought potentially could have been a fake, but not the case at the moment. MVA will be on for the trade here, but Danimals does well. Finds one, gets away. Uh-oh. Dangerous now. 20 seconds left on that clock, and they are being squeezed on the site as well. They've got to move forwards. They've got to find quick kills in order to get this done. Danimals goes down 10 seconds, but it's AD.AL in from behind that's got us worried. Goken with the touchdown nade as well to clean things up. And it is that good finish you were looking for. TL with a mini comeback, but a comeback nonetheless.
Yeah, from 4-1 to 5-4. I mean, it's very good because one of the rounds as well is a clutch by 77. It was about to be 5-1, 6-1 in favor of Execration, but then you're seeing right now a 5-4 in favor of Execration. That's a very good half by Liquid. Especially talking about that they start on the Grover side. Look at Gokin is trying to find the kill. Yotib is fully blind on this round, and Gokin is trying to find some crazy plays in mid, just pushing in the smoke. crossing everywhere. Probably waiting for one mistake, one guy that can come and peek from mid ledge, or probably just try to cover WI for checking Cat. And Gukin is still patiently waiting, and I see that Team Liquid are all rotating around mid and A side.
Just sending the feelers out for this first round, I think. Playing with some patience. They will look to split the A-bomb site down the middle. So going to have to do well, going to have to trade well is the key thing here. They've got Yotib waiting, watching the long corner, so looking to get that correct. Oh, moving in fast. Animals with a key trade, but he's dealt with as well. They've lined up all this execute, and it's not really panned out for them. His Execration very, very, very ready. And potentially forcing them to move away. Full reassess of the situation here as it fell apart quite fast there for Team Liquid.
I mean, they had a very good line of flash on Cat, but Danimals just made sound while he's flashing, so he forced the team probably to dodge the flash and immediately just swing to get 2 kills. 77 left again once more on a clutch 1v3. This is going to be quite difficult this time for him because the C4 is dropped and he needs to reclaim it from Cat, where 3 players are wrapping around on A long. I believe that he has no idea that the 3 of them are just stacking together. He will check every single corner on Cat, but the 3 players are trying to wait for him to come back from this Cat and to get the kill over him. But he kind of reads the way. He was going through mid, and all the players again going through Cat. He's spotted, he has a smoke, goes to plant, 10 seconds, and then he needs some good shots and never to miss.
Yeah, gonna have to go. Never mind. I was gonna say, gonna have to go great, try and build it up, and he is just flat
Just
there.
died.
Yeah. So the inevitable happens. Execration, I think they will take that as it starts as a really, really nice way to kick off this second half. Feeling good and grow their lead, so long as they can stop things from evening up, stop, of course, Team Liquid from taking the lead. They're going to feel comfortable. They don't have to get too nervous just yet. But can they keep it going here on the global risk side? Slow going once again into this round. But what has happened here? Justin's all the way out through middle. He has thread that needle. They had a lot of players down in the lower of B, and they didn't see him, so he really snuck through there. A key opener. CBN will be taken down. Just got to be careful now of what they do in future, but it has completely disrupted Team Liquid.
I mean, this is exactly the play style that we've talked about. Usually you've seen the Filipinos doing such plays. They try to take the controls, they try to play the aggressive gameplay, they go for the risks, they go for the solo plays. Usually you wouldn't expect such things on the international tournament or the international stage, but these guys, they are very, very young, so they have no pressure. They have the variety of doing this. They just try to push, get the kills, and exactly what CBN did. Yes, he got only 1 kill, but still he gave a statement that we can be pushing you everywhere instantly at any time.
Been a really big slowdown as well as the round has unfolded. Not much unfolding happening though, as they will now look towards B, pick up that pace. Great little counter flashes coming in from the global risk side as well to just slow them down. MVA at the back end of the site dealt with quickly. Not what they wanted. They will lose control. It's going to be tough to get back in here. Justin at the window. Ooh, tapping away. Close, but not quite. Now the C4 gets planted. I don't really fancy the chances here of Execration. I'm going to be honest that, yeah, they really don't look comfortable. And they're looking for a different avenue of attack here if they can. Is there a way back round? Is there an early kill to happen here? But what you got to do, I think, is just play this one nice and safe. And the kills will come your way. That's exactly what's happening for the Brazilians. A big take from them. They stay hot on the heels of Execration here.
I mean, that was a very good round, a good flick by ATRF. This guy, if he died on this side, I believe that it was just a done round for them because he had the angle, he had the C4, and the C4 is going to be dropped in a very awkward position. You need to cross through doors, through stacked boxes, through window. And other than that, it was going to be a quite difficult round for you. But look at the aggression play from Execration. The guy was fully blind CBN, just followed by another aggression by Team Liquid. And ADRF just gets the first kill on this round. First blood for him and gives his teammates a numbers advantage on this round. A very much needed round we can see from them. ADRF trying to fight, but MVA with the HK just gets the kill and brings back the numbers advantage. He lost 70 HP, but his still kill is a kill for his teammates, and it is now a 4v4 between both.
Just wait and see if there's going to be a Yotib peek here or not. Smoke goes down, playing it safe. 7-7 trying to work around it. Can he spot anything? But the answer is no. Minute and a half on that clock. TL once again going to lean B here. Very effective for them in the previous round. Really managed to find that lockout. They're looking to do it again. Forlex finding that kill, though, is going to have other ideas, of course. That'll really make life difficult for them. 4-on-3 now. MVA is very low. He's kind of the only one here as well. There's a slow move coming in and missed, maybe? Not sure if 7-7 spotted him at all. Might have done because the C4's actually high-turned it out of there. Looking for the A-bomb site instead. It feels very indecisive here, Penguin. I'm not a big fan of what we're seeing from Team Liquid.
I mean, yeah. We've seen a very tricky rounds from them. This round should be theirs, but always Execration. They are pushing any information, but look at Daniels. The swing with the EBR just gets Folex, and also MVA just falls to Gukin, and it is only Yotib and Justin to bring back this round for Execration, but 7-7 spotted this guy, and Justin just falls, and it is all of a sudden 1v3, and the C4 is about to get planted. No, 77 just gets the kill and pushes Liquid into a draw.
Yeah, I mean, what a round he had. What a game he's having, of course, but really, really big. And I think a lot of that might have been off the back of him finding angles, finding info, and, of course, finding those kills. But I think he's maybe calling some of those ideas, getting everyone on board, as it was in need of a lot of direction. You know, you're faking out B, you're going towards A, and then you're going back towards B, and yeah, very, very difficult to stay on top of, especially when they had such little time. Forlex does give his position away, manages to get one, but instantly dealt with. Does a lot of damage. Yotib not far away from the action, but they have managed to overtake that A bomb site. A weaker defense over here this time around. Justin with a quick find. Looks to take matters into his own hands, and there is this player in Goken that's so far from the action. Technically speaking, we're 4-on-2 onto the site. If they can move fast enough, CBN flicks across to find him. He tried to pull off the flank. It doesn't happen. Danimal's here in a good spot, but can't get it done. It's 7-7, but not enough HP this time around. And Execration will answer back instantly, 7-6.
I mean, 2 flicks from Justin and CBN just chaps the round for Execration. I mean, we've talked about how good the Filipinos are on aims, how good they are on their aim, and when it comes to clutch, when it comes to 1v1 battles, they are always the favorite. When you shoot and try to give him a chance before you're killing him, immediately he will get your head, and this is exactly what happened. And Yorib again just gets WI, and ADRF is fully flashed. MVA just doubles it down, and Gukin is the only one to find a kill, and Yotib just gets dinked immediately by Danimals, and he's down to 22 HP. Look at the HPs from Execration, and also look at where is 77. He can get a lot of players rotating from B side. If he swings right now, he gets the first, and yet there are 2 more players that is very low HP. 77 just single-handedly has along. Gukin gets the other, and the other 2 players are very low HP. He knew that they were on the fight on B side.
He looks sharp there, nice and quick, always looks good on the spec. CBN can't get away from the nade, and it will indeed be as expected. I think this is maybe what we wanted as well from this game. You know, we've got Team Liquid. They kind of come in as the typical overdog. Execration trying to deny everyone that storyline, and we have the meeting, the clashing of these 2 teams, and they're giving us exactly that. So a really close first map here. Feels like it does have the OT written all over it, but we'll find out. We will find out.
Yeah, and especially that you're talking about a map on their own pick, so Execration, they're trying to find success, and now they're playing so passive. Look at where the guys at. Nobody is close. Folix just takes some damage, drops off the undercut, gets the information needed, but look at the C4. The C4 is in base. That means that Liquid is only doing some presence on the side in order for them to make the mistakes, and exactly the mistakes happen. Yotib just falls to 77, and by the way, 77 is just here for a while trying to get this kill, and now he gets it and he earns it, and Danimals are trying to get the kill over CBN, but WY from base just snaps him out and gets the kill and gives his teammates another advantage. After the kill from Justin, it is a 4v3. Danimals now have information that there is one guy on B side and another two guys above each other in mid, one in cat and one in mid ram.
Do they know? Have they heard? We'll have to find out. Forlex definitely spotted now, though, as he tries to make it out of there. Ooh, okay. I thought he got away, but yeah, as you say, Gokun had him dead to rights. The creep up. He'd been waiting for that for quite some time, and it does pay off for him. Really big moment here for Team Liquid. As the remaining two Execration players in completely the wrong area, right? That bomb is headed towards B. You would say it's still not quite convinced. Doesn't quite matter. The kills are still rolling in nicely here for the Brazilians. It will be TL to take that lead. Oh, very close to the tail end here. So Execration, for me, they've got to answer back immediately. They've got to stay on them. They cannot let this take all the momentum away.
I mean, they still have their tactical timeout because I've seen how Liquid is playing. They're just relying on 77. This guy have 21 kills.
I know, he's going crazy.
Yeah, he's just killing everybody who's rotating. He's killing everybody who's trying to overstep. So Execration needs to chill a bit. They need to stop playing very aggressive and to try to play together as a unit, because the executions from them on the Blacktown side was perfect. That means that when they go to the global side, if they play together aggressively, it can be having a better chances on winning the round, just rather than one guy just swinging mid and dying to 77, or just dodging 77 and finding Gukin immediately waiting for him. And Folix immediately changed now to the sniper, and he knows that the ADRF is there. It is not a push, it is just an information gathering between both teams, but this nade is going to be doing a lot of damage on WY.
Yeah, that was really nice. That was a really nice nade. Starting to get a feel, maybe, for what they like to do. They send another one over there.
Yeah.
WY is very low, as is Folix. So hard to tell which way the wind is going to blow on this one. Very, very tense here as we get towards the tail end of regular proceedings and decide whether we need a little more, or if it will be TL who at the moment have the hot hands to take things into the map 1 victory. Lining up outside of B here, ready and raring to go, I am sure. Just waiting to see, as this smoke goes down, if there is anything awaiting them on the other side. CBN thinking about it, but he will drop back. Does he have any support to come his way? Team Liquid prepping some light nades here, as they will start moving in. There's two to defend, though. Pretty well set up, I would say. It is MVA trying to distract away, and he gets two gifted to him. Now CBN's position becomes absolutely everything. Will he be checked? Yes, he will. Danimals can't quite find him. Waiting for another fight to come in. WY, though, is appearing out of nowhere on the kill feed as he just drops one at the back end. Really well done from him. A great find. Brings it down to 2, but the C4 in the hands of Execration here.
I mean, what a kill by WY. He covered Danimals from the guy from window. He was just dropping to kill him, immediately just chopped off with the sniper. And yes, as you mentioned, the C4 is dropped in hell, and now they're going to be trying to reclaim it on a 20 seconds. CBN behind the stack boxes and Yotib also on the window is going to make this quite difficult. And look at Team Liquid. They are trying to unleash themselves. 10 seconds only on the clock, and Yotib just finds another, and is suddenly around to be taken by Execration. No time to plant the C4, and Gukin will try to hunt for the kill that is nowhere to be found, and Execration gets the round. Yes, they took the tactical timeout, but yet they won the round.
Yeah, I mean, wild. Absolutely wild. Maybe if he chased him down instantly, he could have got the drop on him, but he was kind of in two minds. He went back for the bomb, and then no time for that. You know, it's all over the place. Just shows the high octane, the carnage that's going on here. The breakdown in comms, maybe. An Execration, the right place at the right time. MVA looks brilliant, but they were set up for this B hit. It pays off in a big way. I thought with WY finding that kill at the back, you know, I thought maybe Team Liquid, they just weren't quite fast enough on the uptick after that kill, actually. So, yeah, we take a timeout. We talk things over. We go back to even. And so very difficult to split these two teams here.
I mean, Liquid now, they got a chance to talk to each other because also they had some mistakes on the last rounds. They had the advantage. They had everything right for them to win this round, but still, Execration, they are very good when it comes to clutch. They are very good when it comes to the aggressive gameplay. The repeak, the retake is usually going in favor of Execration, and it is very, very close on the first map. Maybe more close as we expected. I expected 10-7, 10-6 map in favor of probably Liquid, I would say, honestly. But it is 8-8, and it is anybody's to take. Execration can just get this win. We can go to overtime, and it's gonna be the first overtime, or someone just gonna clutch 2 rounds in a row and just puts the other into a mental breakdown.
Right, it can happen very, very quickly here, and that's maybe what TL are trying to tap into. I think they wanted to send a hunting party in towards B there, but some early smokes here going to slow them down. Made them think twice about that. So fair enough, nearly a flick up. 477, who continues to be lights out. By far the most impressive player on the server. MVA, it's a bit odd, you know, he's up there with 18. He has just had a big round. Feels like he's been more consistent rather than these big flashy moments. But 7-7, every time we see him on the kill feed, it's quite a few times, you know, he's really taking over rounds. He's having a lot of impact.
Yeah. Slow play coming out from Liquid right now. The guys are trying to find any mistake from Execration, but look at the guys. They're just being so passive. Only Yotib has the barracks control. So it gives them the edge and the ability to stack onto B side, where Team Liquid were kind of fishing for a kill. They weren't successful. The C4 is dropped though on B long. And still Liquid is yet to make any move. Someone is going to be grabbing the C4 right now. It's going to be Gookin. And 77 is just looking mid for any kill. CBL is playing very passive undercut, and they are having the stacks onto a side where it is going to be a probably fake mid push onto B side.
Yeah, this feels dangerous. This feels very, very dangerous indeed. Team Liquid winding that clock down a little. They get ahead of that smoke there. They're going to try and move through it. They've got to deal with MVA at the back end of the site, but there's also a fight going in towards middle. So they've left this strat for a key moment. And indeed, they've talked it over. Just about able to stay in proceedings. I felt the position from MVA was going to be everything, but he's not quite able to deliver. Down to the 2-on-2. C4 spilled in an awkward spot. And they have to be wary of Window. But where is the last man? Where is he at?
They're looking for him.
Yeah, Yotib is kind of nowhere to be seen at this point. There's not a lot of time. Just play it safe here. AG.AL boys don't need to do too much, don't need to over-peak, and this flank is now starting to get activated. They've got no idea behind it. Plant coming in. He secures the kill. He denies the plant of the C4. Oh, man. How has he gotten away with that? What a flank coming in from Yotib. Justin plays it cool, and Execration with a huge round as they move up to 9.
He should have planted behind the side, not...
They had no idea about that flank.
But still, if you're planting behind the side, nobody can kill you unless he swings out from window, which is kind of deadly. And also, you're going to be slowed because you need to get charged and to push. But still, Execration just moves away with this round and gets it into their favor. Folix right now, he gets an information on a cat control coming out from Liquid. Liquid, they are still leaving the C4 behind, trying to get some information, trying to get some intel so they can play with the C4 if they want, rather than just losing it on the first early rounds. And Gookin just gets the man who was grabbing the information. Team Liquid, they choked a bit, but still, till the end, they are trying to fight back their spot into winning and going to the overtime. 77 was another kill, and now it is settled for them. 5v3 with the 2-man's numbers advantage. It should be an overtime.
Yeah, you would assume so here. 2 players set up. Oh my goodness. 7-7 so quick with it though. 25th kill of the game so far. Surely that's got to be enough, but MVA, he's not done just yet. 2 quick kills from him. He's traded out. He wasn't ready for the next man coming in from Cat. It's unfortunate. It really is, because he looked like he was hot enough to get that done. CBN going to be the only one left. 1 versus 3, and the round's fully reset. You know, he's far away. Not much that he can do to get back into this. Potentially unexpected at long. Might be able to drop 1, and they're holding off on the plant. I'm definitely curious about that. Oh, they get on top of each other. He can't find either of them, though. We'll take 7-7. Danimals is trying to get the hell out of here, looking towards B. It's not over. It's really not over. 50 seconds left on that clock. Goken expecting him to jump out of long, but he's opting to go mid instead. Could split the difference. I think Team Liquid looked pretty nervous with the way they played this round out.
I mean, they look so shaky, but look at Goken. He's trying to play for time. Only Danimals, he's the guy on backside that's going to be taking the fight, because he needs to somehow get the information for Goken, and he's very low HP, and it's a good decision by them. So Danimal is still trying to check on the angles. I believe that he saw him pushing into Goken's position, but Goken is in a very awkward spot, and he falls down, and now Danimal has to clutch this round and play for the time, and exactly that is what's needed from him, and he gets the round and gets the kill, and also makes us go to the first overtime on this stream B, and now it is 9-9 in a game that I expected to be going way easier for both of the teams. On the beginning of the game, I thought it's Liquid. I've seen Execration. Maybe I said, okay, Execration, they are better. And now it is 9-9.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, it just really goes into our narrative of these 2 teams being relatively evenly matched in theory. Like, we don't really know when they meet each other, of course. This is the excitement around CROSSFIRE, is the fact that the internationals on every week. You know, it's hard to tell what region is going to be able to perform against what region. So it's nice to see these guys pulling all the stops out here on a classic map as well. Of Black Widow. But we'll find out. Starting out on the BL side, Execration with the double sniper for a moment. I think MVA's moved off of it. Back onto the M4.
Again, we are seeing Execration on the A-long, trying to be kind of active on the map, just denying the information on A-long, but Goken, he should be having an idea that the guys are already crossing cap, because 77, I don't think he has any idea, but yet he finds double kill. Just Justin and Folix just fall down, and finally the nade just takes him down, and it is a 4v3 with a Goken alive and a WI alive. That makes it a very, very hard task for them to take. Execration just falls immediately to the guys of Team Liquid on side, but yet they are still fighting. MVA was at 24 kills, and the C4 is still not gonna be planted right now. YouTube is the guy that loves barracks. We've seen him a couple of times there, and he's usually there to get the kills and to deny that he take on a long, but now it is a cat thing that Slick was going to be done.
2 coming in from Cat. They're able to spot out MVA. He doesn't take anyone with him. Yeah, the nade as well. Going to find him there, as they know they've done damage to him. It's Yotib, whose position is lightly given away. ADRF holding on to that bomb. It's a nice flash though. Danimals comes round. And it will be TL to find that first round here. Getting interesting now, isn't it? You know, we've seen a very slow, hard-fought battle from them to really take the reins of this map. It's a lot of work. I think they have finally started to do it. As they drag us in, they give us the OT. And Execration losing a lot of that early spark that they had, especially from that first half.
Yeah. And now, again, A-long control is just a thing for Execration right now, and they are trying always to be the team that's active on A-long. While Liquid is just respecting the fact that if they lose the fight on A-long, they might have lost the whole round. And now this step can make things very, very worrying. The shotgun from AD/RF in the close corners can just line 2 or 3 players from Execration and gets the kill. This nade is gonna be doing some damage to Justin. However, still no executions. A good read from Liquid if they can make the fast rotation, if they get the kills, but AD/RF is good only for 1. WI is still alive. Good flash. Yotib is trying to get Gookin, but Gookin just snucks his head in, and WI just gets CBN alive. And now it is a 4v3, and Liquid, they are going to step forward into 11th round.
Yeah, looking that way, isn't it? Very much looking that way. Oh, although they have given up some control of the B-bomb site briefly. Goken with a repause. We'll see the flank coming in from behind.
Yotib.
Really looking dangerous, isn't he? Really looking dangerous. Animals is thinking about when to go. Do not want to get this wrong. Feels like quite a key round, again, to really split the difference, and they are checking it. Only briefly. He's pretty much timed this to perfection, but is he also maybe giving up too much of that timing control? As they're slowly going to start moving in. Oh, Goken, it's so fast. Too fast, even. Falex will take him down. C4 in his hands. Oh, and he's kind of out of there. They've sniffed this flank ever so slightly. Maybe a step heard as Goken was going for the fight. 7-7 watching it. Was there a shot that came off there? Didn't quite hear. It doesn't seem like he was too surprised. All the same. Yeah, I don't think they spotted him. I don't think they spotted him because there wasn't a reaction until the C4 went down. So Falex in a powerful spot. Very, very powerful spot in this 1 versus 2. They're going to have no information rolling into the site itself. He backs off. He looks for a bit more map control, a bit more information. Peeks round, spots the second, but 7-7 is too quick. And he will keep racking them up, looking for that 30th kill if he can get it by the end of this one. All the same, clutches up here, finds the 11th for TL.
I mean, it was almost close of losing this clutch, but still, I'm saying that Execration is just playing out of their minds right now. We haven't expected these guys performing to the best and just pushing every round to the edge and making this game very, very tough for Team Liquid. And now they're looking for the last round before the switch. Team Liquid, if they can make it into 12s, probably it's going to be an easier shot for them to go through. And now the switch from the A-long control again from Execration onto B side, where Gookin is ready and immediately just eliminates one of the best players on Execration.
Yeah, big find. Really, really big find. It's going to be the rest of the squad to pick up the weight. Are they strong enough, I guess, is now what we have to ask. Team Liquid looked very, very worrying early on in this Black Widow, if you can cast your mind back, but as it's gone on, they have slowly but surely found their sea legs. And they've looked very, very good in the past few rounds, looking to close things out unceremoniously here against this Blacklist side. We'll see as things get kicked off into cat hit, spamming away. Justin left low, very low indeed, and he went back in for a bit more. That was his own doing. Falex will trade it though.
Yes, exactly, and we're talking about the overpeak that CBN done, and WI just eliminates Gookin. Just gets the kill on Yotib, and now it is a 2v3, but 7-7 is very low HP. He's trying to play behind the chain, but he got both! Somehow, somewhere, this guy gonna be always clutching.
Let that sit for a moment. Beautiful find from him. And some long faces on the Execration side. As reality maybe starts to set in. Team Liquid one more round for them. And they will have done it flawlessly. A really sharp comeback, but a fantastic OT so far. Yotib, unthwarted. Still gets aggressive, still looks for his first kill. And he will get it.
I mean, what a shot by him. It was insane to get this kill just to keep the dreams and hopes alive for them, and now it is a 4v5. And yeah, 77, the best player on Team Liquid, is just falling short and is not getting anything in return before falling down. Now, look at Envy as well. We're only talking about 77, but Envy, this guy have 24 kills. And they're still doing a very good job, in my opinion. So let's see if they have some answers to these rounds.
And towards B, I mean, there's going to be a meeting of players here at the entrance. Caught ever so slightly off guard. I think that is safe to say. MVA gets away. It's going to shore up their position massively. Really well held. Only the one trade 4-3. It's not what they would have wanted there. Team Liquid, but they caught them at the perfect time while they were setting up, you know, players lining things up. Danimals traded out. So no miracle clutch from him to close things out. Still a couple more to go before that golden round.
Yep. Still long way. But they need to be gone through. And I mean, Execration, when they rely on MVA just going forward, they kind of lose their firepower because this guy needs to be alive. They shouldn't lose him early on, and they should just unleash Yotip this guy, and he picks the kills. It is going to be an easier task for them to get around Execration right now. And 30 bombs coming out from 77 on this Blackwill. I believe that the world record for the international stages are 32 for N9. I think that 77 have a chance of just breaking this record, probably going for 35 if they continue to play 2 more rounds or 3 more rounds, because this guy is just hitting 2 shots and 2 kills at least per round.
Yeah. But is that what they want? Because that brings things into contention, you know. So, yeah, we'll see here. Looking towards B once again. Not expecting the aggression a second time around. They will line up their nades. They'll keep it simple. It is just ADRF to start, and they will slowly start backing him up. But there's no early player to be met. No early kill on the card. CBN. No idea where he is. ADRF does well to work around the smoke finding too. Justin with a really unlikely find though. Drops that C4 as well, which I think is a pretty important part of this round. Danimals spamming away, picks up Justin. As the dust settles, left into a 3 versus 2 here. C4 still on the floor. A lot of damage done with the spam, but no kill coming back. Gokun left incredibly low. Can they finish him off before he manages to get into the site himself? And 7-7, he's got other ideas. He's looking to take matters into his own hands here with a quick reposition. Yotib seems ready for something from this angle, but 7-7 flicks across. Takes down the low HP player, leaves it all on Forlex, who will bring it down to the one-on-one against the sniper.
Oh, he legged him.
He did. He hit him through the door. 30 seconds just shy to get this round done. That's the one advantage it feels like that Forlex has got here. The fact that the C4's on the floor, there's not a lot of time. He's trying to keep him distracted. Look at me. Ignore the C4. You know, come and chase me. And well, 7-7 going for it. Will take him down. Picks up the win. And Team Liquid, they managed to complete that. They managed to complete the comeback on that one.
32 kills. This guy is just insane. I believe that this is his 4th clutch in this game. Man, nothing to talk about this guy. He just carried his whole team away on this map. It was a very, very tough map by Team Liquid. A tough win, I would say, but Execration did just give us a good and fair fight.
Well, our first overtime. It seems you're the lucky charm here, Scriv. I've been begging for us to get a closely contested game, and we get everything that. I mean, that was unbelievable. 7-7, though, was really the standout player, the star player, as it were. Though I did think we might have got that golden round that you were talking about. It seemed like it was difficult to separate these 2 squads, but in the end, it is Liquid who come out on top. How much is that going to hurt Execration is the real question. They put so much into map 1, but they still fall short here, Scriv.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really good point. You know, it's very tough to be on the end of as well, because without 7-7, you potentially win it. So I think they're going to be pretty annoyed. They started very strong. The timeouts didn't quite work for them. That was a big thing. I think that Team Liquid, every time they took a timeout, they were able to bounce back. Execration, not quite the same look in that sense. So yeah, there's some definite things to be frustrated at in there.
And Execration obviously played very well with the time, and they used that to their advantage in several rounds, almost again in the last round, but just not quite getting over the finish line in that one. Do you think Team Liquid will be relieved that they'll be able to just
definitely, because after this map, as Scriv mentioned, that without 7-7, it's a sure thing that these guys would have lost this game, because he himself, I believe that he got like 3 to 4 rounds single-handedly to his teammates, so definitely they wouldn't be even going to the overtime, so they should be relieved now, they should be relaxed. They're gonna be going on Porte on the global side, which is heavily sided through global side. It's 70% to 30% global to blacklist, so I believe this is gonna be an easier task for them. However, what I've seen from Execration on the blacklist side, that means that they will not give them an easy shot on Porte.
Certainly what we've seen so far, Scriv, is that the underdogs are finding ways to make these games closely contested, and perhaps some of these more one-sided affairs we thought may have been featuring, instead we're getting far closer ones, and I think that's probably good for the competition as a whole and for us as commentators, analysts and hosts alike. But that being said, it can be very demoralizing putting that much into game one and then going into the second map. Are you going to be able to keep up that same kind of pace? And I guess my question for you, Scriv, is do you think that Execration now can find anything going into this map 2, or do you think morale will drop a little bit?
I think it's likely that the morale drops. They're quite a young team. So are they going to be used to this? You know, they've not got a lot of international experience. So I think it is something that, yeah, probably will take away going into that next map. And, you know, you start off in a position that feels like, okay, we're dominating them a little bit here. We should be really, really strong. We should have a good chance. And that drops away and you just never quite pick it back up. But there was little taste towards the end that it's like, oh, maybe we can, yeah, just pip them to the post with those early rounds that we had. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough. And it feels like you've maybe left a piece of yourself on the server there, and it just didn't happen for them.
Yeah, I still think that the morale is gonna kind of fall for Execration because they were very close but yet very far of winning this game. But still, they're gonna be also going on Porte, which needs a good sync, because you're gonna be going versus the defenses of Team Liquid, where they have two snipers, they have Goken on the top, they have 77 locking down beside, and Porte is all about the barn control and BC control, where 77 is gonna be there. So you need to get rid of this guy in order for you to take this control, and I don't think it's gonna be an easy task. Just talking about how good he played the first map, he should be taking this into the next one.
Is it a case that in the kill feed, when you see 7-7 go down, you're like, all right,
it was 2-1-2 rounds.
Round over, we can be able to push this one through, because, I mean, you have to try and shut him down, right? You can't allow him to be able to free farm like he was, but also in a 5v5 game, it's difficult sometimes to isolate a single player. You don't know where they're going to be on a map as well, so it's difficult to try and focus that one in their way. But certainly 7-7 was the standout player, was probably the MVP from you guys, from me as well, just from what I was watching. Who was the standout player on the other side for you, for Execration? Anyone who really stood up and showed what they were made of?
Yeah, I think MVA.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yes.
It's difficult to quantify. He had a lot of kills.
Yeah, he had 25 kills. I guess.
It felt like the impact wasn't quite there. You know, 7-7 was getting a lot of his kills out of clutches and things. So MVA's maybe getting in there, trading, maybe even 2-for-1 at times, but it just wasn't quite enough, whether that's because there's not enough of a team behind him to, you know, keep those trades coming, or maybe sometimes he was just in there 1-for-1 trading. That's not quite going to do it. Sure, you might be first on the kill feed, but yeah, it's just not enough from MVA, so the impact didn't feel as high.
Yeah, he had a very good gameplay. He had some kills, but exactly as you mentioned, it's not as impactful as 77, because this guy got the kills from the clutches. Yeah. And the other guy's just maybe trading, maybe he's 1v4, get 2-3 players, and yet the round still went for Liquid. So I believe that he did very good job, but I think that he can also, if Justin just plays a bit around him, because that's the entry for his team. And also Yotib, he started very strong, then he's kind of weak, then he started very strong again, so he's kind of inconsistent when it comes to the fragging. So if he's consistent, if MVA is just fragging again, I believe that we might be going to map 3.
Well, map 3 could be exciting. I hope we do get to go to map 3, to be honest. I want to see as many close contests as we can. As we move into Porte, though, you've already mentioned, like, we have attack-sided, we've got defense-sided. You said it was favored slightly one way rather than the other. Talk to me and the viewers about Porte, right? What should we expect from this one? Is it more fast-paced? Does it slow down a little bit? What's your thoughts?
It is going to be very slow, because Porte, as I mentioned, is a very, very global-sided map, and they're going to be stacking around BC control, stacking around Barn. So if Execration don't have a good executions, good retakes on B side, especially on Barn and BC, I think it's going to be very, very difficult for them.
All right, well, we'll have to see how Porte goes, but for now, we're going to go for a short break. When we come back, we will get into that map 2. Can we see an answer back, or will we see a straight 2-0 after an overtime? We'll have to wait and see. After this one, we'll be right there.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by play.
The human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
Welcome back, folks, to CROSSFIRE Esports World Cup 2026 live from Paris, and we are looking forward to our second map here between two giants, Liquid versus Execration. Execration able to put Liquid all the way, really, into overtime, and now we jump into map 2, which is going to be Porte. Excited for this one. We have our casters, we've got Scriv, we've got Penguin. Guys, enjoy it. Let's get another overtime.
Yeah, looking forward to this one as we look to close things out, but you never know. We might get that overtime, we might get that third map, we might be here until the midnight hours. Justin picking things up onto ADRF to kick us off. Touched on a little bit into the last map. It's pretty good to get that first blood. Feels nice. Execration did it there. They do it here once again.
Yeah, as mentioned, ADRF just falls early to Justin on Candy before having any fight back. Yes, Justin is kind of low HP, but still, it is a numbers advantage for the Blacklist side. Still doesn't mean anything. We know how good the Global side defense are on this map, and look at WI. He was just moving forward, trying to get some intel, trying to get some information, but still, my opinion, that's a slow play coming out from Liquid is just the thing that can actually work on the Global side. Mid control coming out from Execration, but yet without any success. 3 players are going onto a scene right now, and now the C4 is kind of moving around the side. Nobody from Liquid are on a top, but yet Gokin is playing from a very, very sneaky angle.
A lot of noise being made here. A lot of nades coming in as well, but it is those snipers taking control. 2 quick kills out. 7-7 gets traded. Gokin still alive. He gets a little lost there, I would say. He felt like he was in a good position, but he does get caught off. And now things swing back in favor of Execration. Trying to get that plant in. Nice find from WI. Gets a second as well, despite the low HP. Somehow not traded there. And the C4 denied with that kill. So it's all going to be on Yotib. And he is really out in no man's land. WY, though, so very low. Needed to find that trade quickly. Can't quite get it done. Down the stairs, gets caught. And it's a clutch from Yotib. Oh, I think Team Liquid will be kicking themselves not to secure that one.
I mean, the swing was unnecessary from Team Liquid on this round because it was a 2v1. You just could have done the crossfire when he crosses the other peaks and then you get the round. But the over peak from Team Liquid just costing the round, so they should be kicking themselves because it's a good round from Execration and it's a first round on the Blacklist side. And if you are playing the Globalist side, you shouldn't be giving so much of the Blacklist side rounds, and I think that Liquid should be kind of changing the pace. We're seeing ADRF right now. He's changing his position because last time he got pre-fired and died, and now he's playing around B wall rather than playing on Candy, just getting the information needed on mid. 77 is the guy that we're looking for right now, and now he's trying to fall back and leave the full control into Execration, which is doing very good job so far.
Bursting in here, trying to find that first, doesn't quite happen. There will be some control towards B, which Execration they seem to immediately give away. Fancying the A side of things instead. Quick pivot through Con and looking to change things up. WY, he's in quite a good spot here. I think this could be really, really dangerous if he plays his cards right. If they get their upswing a little wrong, he really could be in a great position. Finds that first. Looking for a bit more here, but not able to get it done. They do really well to deal with him.
He should have waited a bit because the trigger discipline from him could have just got him the round, but he got one kill, immediately traded, and now they got the information. By the way, they were just leaving him alone on the side. They all rotated onto B side, and Gukin just went to mid, tried to get some kills, but now he's back onto his side. And the push around his side is now to start. Gukin is still alive. By the way, Yotib is just trying to get Gukin from far behind, but still both of them whiffs, and Gukin finally finds the kill, and MVS just single-handedly needs to get the 3 kills. Yes, Gukin is very low HP, but 77 and Danimals are still alive, and he's trying to unleash himself on Etop. He knows that there are 2 players. He can line both, by the way, and 77. I don't think he has any idea where he is, but now he gets the kill. And Liquid are back on the board faster than ever.
Yeah, really well done. Great response. Again, a much needed round, I think, because of how that first map goes down. You don't want to test fate again. You don't want to let Execration really pick up steam and have to come back into things. You want to be on them. You want to be recovering well, and especially after that first round that it felt like they should have had at a certain point. They've done very, very well to keep it together and make sure to find the response round here. It's going to be a speedy one as they charge up in towards the A-bomb site. Not wasting any time at all. Execration, it might have backfired for them. Goken again. He opens up. He looks good on that sniper. C4 spilled. WY looking clean. They've lost track of a player. Oh, no. FBA's had a mare as he doesn't take a single player, and they will clean it up. 3 players left alive, making it look easy, Team Liquid.
MVA just wanted to kill one guy. He found 2, so he just whiffed on both and dies. It was a very good timing for him to get on this spot and immediately get the 2 players, but no, WY just swings to kill 2 players and flicks to get him out of the picture. And now it is a 2-1 in favor of Team Liquid, and things might coming hard now. Yotib just gets the better of Gukin. By the way, Gukin, this is his first time coming to B side. 77 knows how these guys are playing. He should have won Gukin not to swing before the smoke is fully ready. Otherwise, he's gonna lose his life, and now it costed him his life. Gukin is out. WY is still on the same spot behind the tower. And this time, probably he's gonna be waiting way more players to go. And nothing just lets Liquid to play 2 or 3 on his side. They have WY, who's far pushed forward, has the full information by this swing, so they know that 100% is gonna be a B-side push.
Yeah. Yeah, really looking good in that sense. The one thing they have in their favor, Execration here, of course, is the stronger manpower. But getting out of the house here, it can be pretty tough. And they are set up, they are ready. Some great positions. Danimals, you can see him lining up nades, waiting for the information. And he's got that flash ready to go. Will immediately get it out as well. So that's going to slow them down. That's going to buy space for his teammates to come round. It's Danimals who finds 2. ADRF doesn't get anything done. Needed something from him. And they'd also slowly started pulling a player away, right? 7-7 at one time was more committed in towards B. Not the case. We do have the flank from WY. But what good is that going to do in the 3 versus 2? Time will indeed tell. The C4 gets planted. The Brazilians fancy themselves. Oh, a missed shot. A missed shot could be a very big deal indeed. Yotib changes up weapon, not feeling too confident on the sniper anymore. Oh, 7-7, here we go. Here we go, Penguin. It might just be on. 7-7 moving forwards. Got the angle to work with as well. WY backs him up, and they are getting this done. Yotib, the only one left. There's not loads of time, but he goes down all the same. And Team Liquid with a big find in on B.
I mean, I was about to blame WY for not pushing into a long. He just stayed behind the box, just getting no information rather than risking to push behind them and just get the kills before the execution is done. But look at this fantasy retake from WY, just tapping everybody's head and getting Liquid back on board. 3-1, and this is exactly what we're going to be expecting. If you're playing Porte, if you're on the global side, you'll be expecting 3-1, 4-2, 5-2, probably 6-3, 7-2 if it is a very good half, or at least 5-4.
Early spam with the sniper. Starting to really get worrying for Execration. First map. They feel like they should have won it. Now into this one. Sure, it is, you know, the sidedness of the map, but still there's a lot of moments that seem to just be going against them. You start to think maybe it's not our day. Maybe we can't actually beat them. Team Liquid leaning into that. Lots of noise every time they win a round, every time they have a big moment. Goken to open again with Do, as he is absolutely taken over a third. He will be traded, gets greedy for more, but why not? Spilling blood all over here, and it will be down to just Yotib. Alone in a matter of mere moments. Team Liquid flying away into their fourth.
I mean, it was a good round from them. They smoked off mid and they blocked the vision completely on ADRF and just pushing onto his side, but Gokin, he had some idea what's going on and he got the triple kill just to save the round, and Yotib is now left alone with 5 HP to face 4 players, and WI just gets the kill. We can see the smiles on Liquid's faces, and this is exactly the butterfly effect of the global side on board. It starts very slow and then suddenly it's all gone. It starts with 1 round on the blacklist side, and now it is a 4-1 lead, probably a 5-1 lead after this round, and there is a timeout for Execration after this round. The fast B push, that's not going to be completely successful for them.
Yeah, getting frustrated now, aren't they? Really just trying to pick up the pace and brute force things. Tough to say whether it's working. They come out a man down, but only briefly, as ADRF perhaps getting a little excited there. A lot of damage done. So yes, 2 versus 2, but it feels well, the Global Risk side still have the upper hand until that kill. WY finds himself alone. Team Liquid feeling invulnerable coming into this one, right? And I think there's a couple players that have perhaps overfaced numerous times. WY changes up after being seen. But they know about that. They've got him smoked off. Yeah, this is not a good look. He'll be really well known about. Can he get this done? They are very, very nicely set up. MVA in for 1, but the trade is there. It's a big deal, that. It felt like Team Liquid were once again in the ascendancy, but not able to capitalize.
I mean, nothing just pushed Gukin to go there. I mean, Gukin should have waited for WI because he had a very good position, he had a very good damage as well. He was following a very low HP player. If he got a kill on him, he could have made it way easier for himself to clutch this round, but yet Gukin tried to go for the side, just immediately got chopped off by MBA with the EBR and made it very, very tough for WI to get the double kill and to do the swings on his kills. And now it is a 4v2, a 4-on-2 when it comes to rounds. And I still think that Execration are doing very good, because when you're talking about the global side, you're having 2 on the blacklist side. If you can get another 2, that's a very good half. If you can get another one, it's still a fair good one to come back from. So Execration, all they need to do is just to continue to play on the mistakes from Team Liquid, because I believe that the 2 rounds that they won, it was a mistakes from Liquid. It was an overpeak from some players. We've seen ADRF on the first round just falls shortly, and then they capitalize on this kill and just go to the side and get the kills, get the round. And also this round as well, where Gukin just over-peaked on beside, just not waiting. His teammate also forced them into a round. So if they continue playing on the mistakes, they still can make 1 or 2 at least more rounds.
Yeah, we are going to find out a lot of time to talk things over here and really work through their positions. However, just chilling over here. Team Liquid not taking too much. They will get loud, as they love doing. It seems like we will be back into the action shortly, where Team Liquid aim to pick up where they left off, not allowing Execration to string them together and gain momentum themselves. Team Liquid hoping to immediately respond. We've got that double sniper out once again for the Global Risk side here. We'll see whether they are able to answer back. Execration, again, fancying themselves with some aggression, making themselves known, but there's nobody here. In towards middle. ADRF does have some long control to work with.
Indeed. Now, ADRF just leave this area completely, and it's a good decision, in my opinion, because they are about to collapse on him. As you can see, 3 or 4 players around the A connector and 1 player from A long. He's waiting for the smoke to be gone, and Justin just eliminates the animals and gives his teammates the numbers advantage needed. And MVA already a mid without anybody seeing him, and ADRF still getting kills, and now he falls down. And Gukin is still alive, and he knows that he's getting crushed by 2 sides. He needs to get as much kills as possible, and Justin just says no. He's a very low HP, but WI and 77 are still alive. Hold on, my bad. These guys are still alive. Liquid chances are very, very high.
Yeah, I mean, WY looking good there. He comes in with all the Gokin carnage, who was distracting away left, right, and center. WY drops that C4, really discombobulates the side of Execration. Still seems to be the case. C4 retrieved. They're happy to give it. They're confident for their A retake, so they shore up B. C4 will go down now. Indeed, Team Liquid start to get a move on. Oh, I do worry a little bit. Yotib, he's in a good spot, and I think he expects them to be coming through from the B side of things. That was the play. That was the move. So he could do very well from up here. We know how effective it can be for the snipers. Finds the first. WY trades him out, though. Just a tip of the head spotted. That's all he needs. He's up to 13. He's going to give 7-7 a run for his money with the kill count here. But yeah. Team Liquid hitting 5.
I think that this game will not go into overtime, so he'll not get.
Not going to be enough rounds.
Yeah, it'll not be enough rounds. He'll not get the kills needed. But still, 13 kills on 7 rounds. You're having 1.9 KD on the first 7 rounds only, and you're still on the global side. Still, let me tell you that the executions from Execration is very good. They know how to get on side, but then suddenly, out of nowhere, everybody just falls apart from them into the clutches. A 5v2, a 5-4-2 now. Was going to be 6-1 if Gukin just waited his teammate. It is still a 5-2 in favor of Team Liquid, which is a good and fair for them on the global side. If Execration just somehow gets both rounds, it's going to be very good for them. And if not, I think that the task for them will be done for today.
Justin spamming. There is presence on the other side, but the bullets are not quite close enough. They'd look like it would be good, but doesn't do anything. So just sitting back on this one. They've tried some really brute force aggression, but not quite been as consistent as they would like. So this time contacting through, spotting the edge of WY, who will actually stick around. He's brave for this. He wants to fight. He's feeling confident. He really is playing well. Looking, try and back it up, but we start to edge towards that final minute of the round. Not taking any chances here, Penguin.
Exactly, and now he falls back, and it's the good decision this made. Because look at the animals. He's just on A connector, just seeing nobody on 50 seconds on A connector. That means that it is going to be a B hit. Probably from mid, probably from B long, but it is going to be a B hit. That's why you are seeing most of the Liquid players are around B side. It's only defended by WY, but there are 3 fast rotations. WY just immediately throw the flash, Just backed up by 2 other players. Another flash just came from AD.AL, but MVA just unleashes himself immediately into hell, just dying. And now 77 is getting doubles. I'm trying to defend the side, and Cooking just backs it up, and all the nades are raining down, where Folix just gets the kill over AD.AL.
All on to Folix here to try and get it done. Cooking caught a little reloading, but it's all good. He's got them distracted away, and they're able to get it done. Team Liquid, this is one of the key things I think they've squeezed out a couple of rounds that they shouldn't be getting. What's changed into this map is the rounds that feel solid, that feel like they have small advantages, they are able to take. They are able to find those easier moments, as it were, rather than, you know, making a few mistakes or allowing rounds to slip through their fingers. So yeah, they're trying to work themselves into small advantages, and eventually those stack up. You can see 6-2 here starting to look really, really quite scary. We'll see as things switch over. Execration, they've got quite the hill to climb, but certainly a side on Porte here, you know, that Global Wish side that they can do it.
Exactly, and now all the game is on the line for this round, because if Execration just loses this round, I believe it's going to be a very tough situation for them. 7-2, yes, it is a global side by Team Liquid, but one round on the Blacklist side just can eliminate your hopes, and now they need to be back into an action. Danimals is doing a very good job of just staying above this box while doing no sound and still checking on A connector eventually, and trying to also defend from a side, because Gukin is also in the top. He's just watching along for him, and I haven't seen Execration just doing the setup where they just go and peek it up, because if they do so, that counters the setup that Liquid has right now. I don't think they still understand how Liquid plays. They're gonna be probably learning that after watching the game, because Danimals is doing a very good effort. And now beside, if you are through 77 on beside, you're going to be facing WI, and if you are facing WI, you're going to be thrown 77, and now he took a dink behind the box, and he's 4 HP only, sitting on barn, trying to get 1 kill before falling off. And now Danimal again, he has the full A-long control, and Gukin is dropping to mid because it's probably going to be a split into a side if Justin falls. And yes, Danimals gets the kill. Yes, Gukin gets another, and he makes it 2 kills. He's trying to get the 3rd, but MBA is just so scared to peek while the timing is here. And yes, Gukin gets 1 more kill, and he just shaves the round. 7-2, it is the score for the first round. And Execration are just kind of completely lost on this map.
For sure. Not a good look. And they have had 1 or 2, certainly 1 big post plant that they just could not nail when they should have. Yotib dragging it out a little bit here. He has been spotted. Spam coming in. 7-7 just drawing his attention. It's a leg, and that's not going to be enough, of course. So we'll get it done. Feeling comfortable, swapping sides, as Team Liquid looking to put the hopes of the upset to bed. Close first map, but it seems like Execration expended themselves a little too much over on Black Widow.
I mean, if you look how they played on Black Widow, and if you compare it now to their gameplay, it's going to be completely 2 different teams. But we mentioned that Porte is very, very tough map. It requires a lot of experience, teamwork, flashes, executions, and this is not the case for them. Now look at Team Liquid. This is the strategy I was talking about. The full push from A-long is to counter the guys who are pushing into AC, and Yotib is now very, very in tough situation. 77 just gets the first kill, CBN just to fall down, and 2 players are still alive on the top. One of them is here. Yotib just gets 1 before falling down, and Justin falls again, and the A side is fully exposed. And if there was a hope for Execration, it was this round, and it falls down. It is going to be 8-2 in a fashion, and this is Liquid. They move forward, playing better when it comes to more and more rounds being played by them.
Yeah, looking far, far sharper. I think it really is as simple as that. The individuals taking over, where we maybe only had 7-7, who was doing so much work to get them through. He's now not quite sitting back, but able to look up and see Goku and see WY, who are really, really playing well here. And on the other side of things, you know, it's tough. CBN, 1 kill. Falex, 2. It's not quite enough, is it? You know, and I think that they are paying the price for just a lack of some individual prowess here on Porte.
Exactly, and now again, the same kind of setup The full flashes, the full nades. ADRF just unleashing himself onto the side. Gurkin just gets the first kill. MVA just falls. Gurkin doubles down. Folex, but CBN is still alive, but immediately traded by WI. And somehow, somewhere the round is over. And Gurkin with the triple in this round. Quadra, as we can see, just finishes the round and gets the kills for his teammates. 9-2 is it the score, and we can see the frustrations on the faces of Execration.
Yeah, I mean, really, really difficult here to kind of witness. There's a question that Dan asked, is there going to be a loss of morale? Is there going to be a bounce back, as we like to say, from Execration? Well, we've had our answer and then some. Team Liquid, it's kind of what they can do, you know. Brazilian teams, they're loud, they make a lot of noise, and I think that they can get in your head with that. When they're on that comeback, you see the map slipping away from you, and yeah, you just really struggle to get back into things. Execration have not given us enough. Will this be their last round here on Porte in this series as well? Or are they going to buy us a little bit more time? Try and stay alive as best they possibly can and just build some up for that ever-looming lower bracket that seems likely now.
Exactly, and again, we are seeing the same strategy coming out from Team Liquid. They just don't want to burn any stretches, but this time Yotip just gets the first kill, and Danimals immediately trade to CBN, and WI gets the better out of MVA. And now all Team Liquid are unleashing themselves again on A side, but not on top. And now they had a flank on B side. Folex just gets a kill. Yotip is still, he's trapped in there. He's trying to find some kills, and Team Liquid are giving him a chance to stay a bit on A top without getting any contests. Now the contest is here. Everybody's done. It's Folex, the last one to fall.
Well, indeed. Yeah, he would live up to his namesake, unless he is able to give us a bit of something here. 3 kills to his name. Looking to repeat that here in this round.
To double his kills then.
Yeah, he's not feeling too confident for it, is he? He's dropping back a fair bit, looking to try and find a first kill just to be gifted to him. He's spotted out now. Danimals round this corner is going to be his first challenge, who is, yeah, just playing on that peak, and they're drawing him in. Really playing well. It's Gokun there for the trade. Very well done from Danimals, but so well done from Team Liquid to find that 2-0. They look very, very comfortable, and yeah, so happy, I think, with the way that Porte has gone down in the end.